Today we talk about climbing the steps and taking it to the next level.
Daily motivation, seeking success, finding your passion and being your best. Raphael, Elias, and the sensation. This is Daily Motivation.
So like I talked about so many times before, us human beings are capable of so much more than we really imagine. We have the potential that's absolutely never ending. To hammer this home point today, I'm standing on this ladder right here, and I want to talk to you really in depth about why you can always take it to the next level and why you should always be taking it to the next level. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that most of us fall into, that most people really go downhill from, that really damages some great growth, some great potential, that really destroys a lot of amazing results, is simply the idea, the terrible thing of complacency. Complacency is one of the ultimate growth killers. It's one of the things that will completely just annihilate any form of progress. It'll get you settled in nice and cozy in your comfort zone, and it'll kill all the future potential, everything that you wanted to do, everything that you could have accomplished through this thought, belief, or system of I have done enough, I've accomplished enough, and there's no real next level for me, or I can't do any more than this. I already did everything that I could. And there is really no such thing. You know, a lot of people struggle with this problem. They get to a certain level of success in life and they hit a plateau and they hit a point and they think, wow, that's it. I've made it. I don't think I can go any further. Maybe there's not that much more to this, but there's always a next level, one way or another. You can always expand and go wider, or you can go deeper into something. You can go more in depth and more in depth into whatever you're doing and really master it fully, completely. There's never a level of complete mastery with anything. You know, you can always get a little bit better. You can always invent the next level, the next step, if you like. You can always take things one notch up, and therefore, instead of getting settled into any form of complacency, when you start leveling up and you start doing great things and you start making an amazing impact, or you start doing something that really has meaning and some drive and passion behind you, and you're really getting going, whatever it is that you're doing, you know, be careful. Watch out for that complacency. That's something that you want to be really careful with, because if that creeps in on you and starts taking over and tells you, oh well, you've done enough, you worked hard enough, you deserve a break, you know, all these things, it can very quickly snowball and take you downhill with the wrong kind of momentum that can quickly lead to simply becoming addicted to some kind of external validation and no longer doing what you're doing for the purpose of doing it, no longer expanding because you love it, but instead thinking and feeling and living in this place of, well, I'm just going to try to get as much out of it as possible, and that's it, I can't really do any more with this. Don't fall into that mindset. Stay in the growth mindset. That really is the key, to stay in the mentality of, I can always do more. What is the next level? What is the next level? What's the next step that I can do to make this even better, to make it even more awesome, to make even more of a tremendous impact? What can I do to really level up what I'm doing? And think that consistently. If you're into something and you've made some amazing progress, try bringing that thought up. It can create and spark some amazing ideas. I've seen that for myself over and over again. For an example, as I started this show, that was exactly the idea that was going through my head, and at the time I was hitting some complacency, like, oh, I've done as much as I can with these daily videos, what am I gonna make out of this? You know, and then, ooh, there you go. You know, the simple thought of how can I take this to the next level? What can I do to level this up and make it even more amazing, instead of falling down that pit of miserable complacency?